Learn from yesterday, live for today, hope for tomorrow. The important thing is not to stop questioning. If you can't explain it simply, you don't understand it well enough. Only two things are infinite, the universe and human stupidity, and I'm not sure about the former. Life is like riding a bicycle. To keep your balance, you must keep moving. We cannot solve our problems with the same thinking we used when we created them. Look deep into nature, and then you will understand everything better. Strive not to be a success, but rather to be of value. Weakness of attitude becomes weakness of character. Coincidence is God's way of remaining anonymous. A person who never made a mistake never tried anything new. I have no special talent. I am only passionately curious. You can't blame gravity for falling in love. No problem can be solved from the same level of consciousness that created it. Logic will get you from A to B. Imagination will take you everywhere. Reality is merely an illusion, albeit a very persistent one. We can't solve problems by using the same kind of thinking we used when we created them. Peace cannot be kept by force, it can only be achieved by understanding. The only source of knowledge is experience. I know not with what weapons World War III will be fought, but World War IV will be fought with sticks and stones. Imagination is everything, it is the preview of life's coming attractions. Nationalism is an infantile disease. It is the measles of mankind. The only reason for time is so that everything doesn't happen at once. Intellectuals solve problems, geniuses prevent them. Anyone who has never made a mistake has never tried anything new. Anyone who doesn't take truth seriously in small matters cannot be trusted in large ones either. It is the supreme art of the teacher to awaken joy in creative expression and knowledge. The world is a dangerous place to live, not because of the people who are evil, but because of the people who don't do anything about it. Great spirits have always encountered violent opposition from mediocre minds. I live in that solitude which is painful in youth, but delicious in the years of maturity. Common sense is the collection of prejudices acquired by age 18. If we knew what it was we were doing, it would not be called research, would it? The true sign of intelligence is not knowledge but imagination. Whoever is careless with the truth in small matters cannot be trusted with important matters. Any man who can drive safely while kissing a pretty girl is simply not giving the kiss the attention it deserves. The value of a man should be seen in what he gives and not in what he is able to receive. If people are good only because they fear punishment and hope for reward, then we are a sorry lot indeed. The important thing is not to stop questioning. Curiosity has its own reason for existing. Only a life lived for others is a life worthwhile. Pure mathematics is, in its way, the poetry of logical ideas. There are two ways to live. You can live as if nothing is a miracle. You can live as if everything is a miracle. Education is what remains after one has forgotten what one has learned in school. A table, a chair, a bowl of fruit, and a violin. What else does a man need to be happy? Once we accept our limits, we go beyond them. Everyone should be respected as an individual, but no one idolized. No amount of experimentation can ever prove me right. A single experiment can prove me wrong. Before God, we are all equally wise and equally foolish. The monotony and solitude of a quiet life stimulates the creative mind. No amount of experimentation can ever prove me right. A single experiment can prove me wrong. If you are out to describe the truth, leave elegance to the tailor. Any man who reads too much and uses his own brain too little falls into lazy habits of thinking. It is strange to be known so universally and yet to be so lonely. A question that sometimes drives me hazy: am I or are the others crazy? All that is valuable in human society depends upon the opportunity for development accorded the individual. Try not to become a man of success, but rather try to become a man of value. The hardest thing to understand in the world is the income tax. He who can no longer pause to wonder and stand wrapped in awe is as good as dead. His eyes are closed. The gift of fantasy has meant more to me than my talent for absorbing positive knowledge. In matters of truth and justice, there is no difference between large and small problems, for issues concerning the treatment of people are all the same. Most people say that it is the intellect which makes a great scientist. They are wrong. It is character. Our task must be to free ourselves by widening our circle of compassion to embrace all living creatures and the whole of nature in its beauty.